Roy Hensley. Number 3, Charles Dawson.
Hello and welcome to Play On Sports coverage of the 23rd annual Under Armour Holiday Classic at Torrey Pines. I'm Robert Fields with Brian Vilvin on your destination for high school sports, playonsports.com. Today's matchup features the 5-2 Newark Memorial High School Cougars versus the 5-4 Windward High School Wildcats. And Brian, this is going to be a great matchup. Two teams that always come down to this Holiday Classic and two teams that always play late in the year into March, competing for state titles in their respective divisions.
Yeah, these are two of the most competitive teams that we see all season. And like you said, they come down to this tournament every single year. Last year, the Windward Wildcats made it all the way down to that championship game where they lost to DeMatha from Maryland, a team that was just loaded with D1 talent. And this Windward team looking to avenge last year's title loss, but they're going to have to get through a big bump in the road in the Newark Memorial Cougars here in round one. A great opening matchup between two of the powers in the state of California, and it should be exciting to see them get it going here in the early goings.
Yeah, both these teams came in preseason ranked top 20 in the state of California, so an exciting matchup for them. Although they faltered early, playing a tough schedule on both sides, they may have fallen a little bit in the rankings, but they're still a talented team still that's going to make a way coming into March. Newark is going to be in the black uniforms, in their white uniforms with blue trim, blue lettering. And they're going to have possession of the ball, quickly trying to get the ball down low to Thomas. He kicks back out to the top, sets a screen away. The Cougars, head coached by Craig Ashmore, three-point shot on the way is no good. Missing that was Zamora, quickly battling for the rebound and saving it. Great play there by Sultan Sadiq. And Sadiq has a long flowing hair, and we'll have to see him. He's a great three-point shooter. We'll see if he gets going in this ball game.
Sultan Sadiq and Joey Frenchwood, two of the stars for this Newark Memorial team, along with Damian Bamford. Bamford down low. The big fella has a presence underneath.
And Bamford was fouled on that shot attempt, so he'll go to the line, earning himself 2 early free throws here.
I think they're going to say that was on the ground on the offensive board. So nice job by Bamford pulling down that offensive board and getting the foul call.
So turnover on the inbounds play. Windward's going to come away with it, and Windward is led by this great guard with the ball, Jordan Wilson, who's a pest on the defensive end and rock solid on the offensive end.
I see the quickness there with the crossover.
First shot is off to the right for Wilson. Ball careens off of a Cougar of Newark Memorial, so Windward will have it out of bounds underneath the basket. Toskovich has it straight away for Windward. Ball worked around the horn, three-point shot on the way, rims out no good. Toskovich, offensive rebound, hustling early for the Wildcats.
Excited to see this matchup down low between Roy Hemsley of Windward and Damian Bamford of Newark Memorial. Both players 6'6", and on the heavier side as well, but both powerful guys. Both built very similarly, and it should be a fun matchup to see them going back and forth all night.
Yeah, Hemsley, a sophomore, started for Windward much of last year. A great football player in his own right as well. Newark has possession of the ball. Sadiq along that wing. Working around their offense, passing and cutting. Shot on the way, no good. Quick rebound taken away by Wilson. Wilson kicks out. Right wing jumper, rims in by Silverman Lloyd. So Windward up top, on top early 2-0 with 6 minutes to go in the first quarter of play. Cougars looking down low, shot up, tipped around on that missed shot was Thomas. Rebound collected by Windward.
Matthew Thomas, 6'9", biggest player out on the court by far on either side.
Silverman Lloyd's three-point basket is no good. Memorial quickly back down to the other side of the court. Sadiq has it, looking down low for Thomas. Can't get it to him. Ball's tipped away. Here come the Wildcats of Windward looking to push. Wilson pulls back out, hits the cutter, and it's going to be blocked out of bounds as Hemsley couldn't get that one off of his fingertips quick enough.
Nice job by JoJo Zamora coming in from the backside, deflecting that ball out of bounds. And the early goings here, 2.5 minutes into the first quarter. It's been a defensive struggle on either end. Only 2 points combined between these two teams.
Johnny Parker checks into the game for the Cougars. And it's going to be turned over, and great play there.
Joey Frenchwood doing a nice job staying in bounds and firing the ball off of a Wildcat player. That's the second time that Newark Memorial has thrown a ball off of the opposition and gotten possession.
Great pass down low to Thomas. He goes up and he finishes.
Number 35, Matthew Thomas.
That's the spot you want to hit Thomas down low before he was taking a free throw line jumper, a runner. You want to get him down low, open looks underneath the hoop like that.
Windward working their offense, seeing if they can't get a touch to Hemsley down low. Being fronted now. Back around comes Wilson. One dribble, pull up, good.
2-point basket for number 25, Jordan Wilson.
Wilson is so quick.
Frenchwood running the show for the Cougars, and here's a ball reversal. Still looking at Thomas down low, nothing there. Being fronted, now he'll take the lob, he'll catch, go up, and finish.
High-low basket, number 35.
Yeah, I like that high-low look from Bamford down to Thomas. Big fellas can pass and finish.
And Cougars with the turnover, that great trapping defense. And looks like the refs missed the call there as it was fell on the ground. Big man for the jumper. Nope, short on that shot was Bamford.
Yeah, I think Zamora got away with the walk on that last possession.
Wilson takes a screen from Hemsley. Kicks back up top. Toskovich, you betcha, knocks down the three.
Stepan Toskovich.
Big jumper by the senior, 6'5".
And Toskovich has to play defense here on Matthew Thomas as he's coming across looking to post up. Toskovich battling, spins around, and Thomas is going to score that one again.
That's the 3 times that Thomas has gotten the ball down low. He's scored all 3 times. They got to come up with some type of answer, and that's been all of the points for Newark Memorial. So keep on feeding the big fella down low.
7-6 our score with about 3:20 to go in the first quarter of play. Wilson has it, brings along the right-hand side. Toskovich has another open 3, just like the first one, knocks it down, and a timeout taken by Newark Memorial and their legendary coach, Craig Ashmore.
Do you want to watch more of your school's great matchups like the game you're enjoying here tonight? Tell your school to sign up for the Play On Sports School Broadcast Program. The program allows schools to broadcast all their games and other activities on the web. For more information, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
That's Brian Vilvin. I'm Robert Phillips, live from the Torrey Pines Holiday Classic presented by Under Armour. And Brian, we've seen quickly out in front is Windward, and they're using their speed advantage and shooting ability to take this lead.
Well, yeah, it's been a couple of huge shots by Stefan Toskovich for Windward, And on the other side, Toskovich has had some trouble defending Matthew Thomas. It's a 6'5" versus a 6'9" matchup. So the last 2 possessions, Thomas has scored on Toskovich. And what does Toskovich do in response but hit 2 straight 3-pointers? So nice answer both times by Windward.
And Toskovich is going to have a seat now as Windward comes out with a couple of fresh bodies. Trying to slow down Thomas. 3 ball on the way by Frenchwood. Big rebound collected by Windward. And here they go pushing up the court once again. Wilson, the ever steady point guard, has it straight away. Going to reset with 25 on the shot clock, 2:35 on the game clock. Takes a high screen, doubled out, keeps his dribble, now goes to the corner. And a little runner doesn't fall for Dawson. And here comes the Cougars. And trying to get the ball to Thompson. Might have gave that up a little bit early, did Frenchwood.
Yeah, it looked like if he waits one more dribble and then gets that bounce pass in there, then Matthew Thomas would have had a real easy finish to the basket. Instead, the defender was all over it. But the Cougars get a chance here as the ball was deflected out of bounds off of Windward.
And there's a 5-second violation. Unable to get the ball into Thomas was Newark Memorial.
And that time I think he was a little bit late on the pass. So a minute ago he was a little too early. This time a little bit too late. If he would have got that ball to Thomas right at about the 4 count, it should have been an easy bucket there for the Cougars.
So Windward, again, nursing a 4-point lead, 10-6. Late in the first quarter, I'm sorry. Ball in the hands of Roman Davis. Looking for it back. He's unable to get it back. And once again, here comes Newark Memorial Frenchwood. Nice bounce pass and unable to go up with it. And instead he kicks out. Ball worked around the horn. Layup no good. Windward comes away with a big defensive rebound. They're pushing. And it's going to be an offensive foul. Frenchwood down there taking the harm for Newark Memorial.
Well, Robert, the Cougars had a really good look at the basket. They had a layup attempt, and it just couldn't go. But definitely a good look and something that you'll take if you're the Cougars. They just got to get those balls to fall in. Still only 6 points, all 6 by Matthew Thomas.
And he's down there in the block again. They go to him. Works his way around, unable to get that one to fall. Kind of settled for that jumper a little bit, did Thomas. Windward back on the offensive side. Ball down low, now kick back out along that right wing. They'll reset. The offense is Drew Bryant. Pull up, lefty jumper, no good. On that errant attempt is Davis. And Windward's going to retain possession.
Well, on the last possession, Thomas just kind of got stuck underneath the basket. Got to know where you are on the floor. He's in a gym that hasn't played much in, but got to know where you are. Tried to go up strong and just found himself underneath the basket. No real chance of making that bucket.
Quick inbounds to Davis. He gets hit, gets bumped, no foul called. And then the errant pass on the outlet pass, and it'll result in Windward's pull-up jumper, no good. Ball still tipped around, unable to come up with it. They're letting them play a little bit out there. Cougars come away with it. Looking to attack, taking some more contact off the glass, no good. Offensive rebound, put back up and in for Bamford.
Nice offensive rebound there by Bamford. And Newark Memorial would have hated to come away with no points there as they threw the ball away a couple of times. We're playing fast pace and out of control. Now we got a mass substitution for the Wildcats.
And led really by Toskovich, who checks back into the ball game to finish out this first quarter. Had a tough time scoring since he hasn't been in the ball game. 10-8, they lead. Wilson now kick out. Toskovich is in the corner. He'll catch it. He'll fire. And he's unable to knock that one down. Rebound by Sadiq of the Cougars. About 4-second differential on the shot clock and game clock. We're at 30 on the shot clock. And ball is tipped away. Sadiq comes away with it and bumped. Kicks back out. Here's an open 3 ball. No good on that errant attempt was Wilson. And now Windward will hold for one final shot in the hands of Jordan Wilson, who hasn't really got himself going.
Don't want to get stuck in that corner.
Wilson goes away from the double, kicks out. Jumper, too long distance, 2. Foot was on the line there by Charles Dawson. And at the end of 1, our score is 12-8. Windward on top.
Play On Sports is on Facebook and Twitter, giving you news and information and links to great highlights. Follow us at Play On Sports on both Facebook and Twitter. You can also access thousands of live and on-demand games on YouTube at youtube.com/playonnetwork. Keep up with all the high school action every week from your destination for high school sports, playonsports.com. Under Armour is the presenting sponsor of the 23rd Annual Holiday Classic at Torrey Pines. A proud supporter of high school athletics, Under Armour's technology is complex, but its mission is simple: to make all athletes better through passion, design, and the relentless pursuit of innovation. To find out more or place an order, visit underarmour.com today.
That's Brian Vilvin. I'm Robert Fields, and we're live from Torrey Pines High School in beautiful San Diego, California. One of the premier after Christmas tournaments in all of the country is the Under Armour Holiday Classic at Torrey Pines High School. 23rd annual edition of this one, and two teams that are very familiar with being in this tournament. One team that was in the title game last year going against Windward and Newark Memorial. Looking for a little high post entry here is Windward as we start the second quarter of play. They lead by 4. Toskovich has it. Ball is swung around the horn to Davis. Not looking for a shot. Early going is Wilson. Now he looks for a shot. Pull-up jumper, nails it.
3-point bucket, number 25,
Jordan Wilson, the smallest guy on the court, but he gets open looks because he's so quick. And you got to be afraid of him blowing by you, so he gets open jumpers.
And the answer right back is Frenchwood.
Joey Frenchwood.
15-11, sorry, Brian.
I was just going to say, Joey Frenchwood was one of the most impressive players in the tournament last year. Just so steady.
Long three missed this time for Windward. Back come Newark Memorial. Thomas has it, and it's going to be whistled for a traveling violation.
Got to make a bounce pass there.
Windward and Jordan Wilson. It's a great matchup, like you mentioned earlier, between Frenchwood. Here's Toskovich running along that baseline, doesn't go. Davis battles for the rebound, comes away as Frenchwood. And he's going to dribble all the way back out. Ball straight away. Down low to Thomas. Turns, looks, Frenchwood, pull up. Over the backboard, out of bounds. So with 6 minutes, 33 seconds, Windward on top by 4.
Well, that last possession was the first time we've seen Toskovich shoot an out-of-control shot. The last 3 attempts that he had on threes, he made 2 of the 3, but they were all under control in system and looked really good. That one, it was a fadeaway 3 from the corner. It still almost went in, but that's not exactly the look that the Wildcats want.
Wilson being guarded full court by Frenchwood. Better get it over. He's taking his time looking. Easily break the press now, and ball dropped off and finished by David Stewart. I'm sorry, Shepard finishes that one. For Newark Memorial, it's Frenchwood again. Ball is swung around Bamford, looking down low for Thomas again. Great job by Toskovich on guarding him. Looking to attack, ball's tipped around, and coming away with it are the Wildcats. I think that pass might have slipped out of his hands, I hope so. But Cougars quickly back down the other way. Wildcats with the rebound. Wilson, Toskovich, jumper, no good. Ball tipped around, and a foul is going to be called. Possession is going to remain with Newark Memorial.
Well, Robert, we're seeing in the first half here, and you see this a lot in the first game of tournaments. Teams are really excited to play. They're amped up, especially day after Christmas event. You know, they haven't played in a few days, haven't practiced. They are just really anxious to get out on the floor and trying to do too much. The game hasn't slowed down yet. You know, once we get to the second, third, fourth days of this event, the teams are more, prepared to be here. But right now, it's been some sloppy play on both sides.
Absolutely. Sadiq chases down that loose ball for the Cougars. Bamford has it. Looking to attack, and ball is tipped out of bounds. Possession is going to remain with the Cougars of Newark Memorial. And out of bounds, and that ball's going to be tipped out of bounds by a Cougar.
Might have Might have got away with a little something down low, Mason Shepard.
Yeah, I saw a little punch to the face almost.
A little bit. That was right in front of us, so we had a pretty good view at that one. But I think everyone was a little confused that nothing got called there.
Yeah.
And they gave the ball back to Windward. But.
Yeah, Bamford took the bruit of that punishment and kind of looked over like, wait a minute. And no foul called on that play down on the other end from Windward. Ball tipped out of bounds, and they'll keep possession.
Well, the officials have been consistent with not calling these fouls. There's been 4 fouls called combined between the two teams, 3 called against Windward and only 1 against Newark Memorial. So they're letting them play.
Absolutely.
At least they're being consistent on both sides of the ball.
So Windward now looking to get something going on the offensive side. Trying to pad their lead. Here's a long 3 that's going to be way off the mark, and possession is going to go back to Newark Memorial.
Well, let's see if the Cougars can get something going down low with Thomas again. They've had 1 outside shot and then 8 points in the paint, so they've got to reestablish Thomas down low.
Cougars still looking for some type of action here. Windward came out to a zone. Sadiq nails the 3. And a quick turnover here by Newark Memorial. It's exactly what they need to get back in this ball game, as Windward now again sits in their little 1-3-1 zone, a little bit of a matchup zone. More of a 3-2 now. Sadiq thought about the jumper. Steady penetrates, dives, and kicks out. Down low, Zamora, Sadiq, thought about it again. He hits 1 and he has a green light. Here's Zamora. Side of the backboard doesn't quite go. Here's Windward pushing. Good pass down low. Hemsley has a shot rejected.
Nice block by Thomas. It's the first time we've seen that out of the big fella.
That was a good find by Jordan Wilson.
Sometimes that defender comes out of nowhere and makes a big athletic play like that. Nothing you can do.
And this time they're going to get Thomas on the reach round foul.
Fouls charge number 35.
Been a pretty clean first half so far.
Only 5 total fouls called. And a very close ball game. 17-14 is our score. 3 minutes to go in the second quarter of play. Ball's thrown out of bounds by Hemsley as he was looking for Dawson.
He was also looking for a tip call from the officials, but nothing doing there.
Cougars have it. Sadiq gets to the bucket and is going to draw the foul.
Sadiq looks under control out there every time he has the basketball. And you talked about he's thought about the pull-up jumper a couple of times. The one time he did pull the trigger, he drilled it, but he makes sure he's in good position before he takes that shot.
First free throw was a little bit short for Sadiq. Newark Memorial is going to sub in Ryan Anderson. Memorial's trying to cut into this 3-point deficit. And they do with that free throw by Sadiq. Now 2-point deficit. Memorial picks up in a full court press. And here's a little jump defense, double teaming. Jordan Wilson finds Hensley down low. Hensley powers up. It's going to be blocked by Bamford. Goes up again. This time we're going to get the foul called on Bamford.
Well, Robert, that was a great pass, length of the court by Jordan Wilson, finding Hensley down low. Wilson with 2 guys in his face being trapped, threw it 3/4 court on the money right into Roy Hensley's hands, and now the sophomore at the line for a pair.
And he knocks down the first. That's the one you love, the way the pressure's set up. It's doing things right, but you don't have the ball pressure. You allow the man to see the full length of the court, make a great pass as soon as he knocks down the second one.
And Wilson's got such great court vision, always looking up, never looking down at the ground. Gotta love that on a point guard.
Yep. Cougars, Sadiq straight away. This time he'll pull the trigger. Nearly misses everything there. Hensley with the rebound. Jordan Davis. Again, eyes up, crossing over Bamford. Looks down low to Davis. He has it, goes up, layup good. Correction, that was Mason Shepard on that finish there.
That was a very strong take by Shepard, and the Wildcats' little 6-point lead here quietly.
Sadiq air balls that free throw. He made that first one. The last two haven't been on the mark whatsoever. Still by Newark Memorial, and it's going to be a foul called.
Yeah, the last couple have been off the mark for Sadiq. That one didn't hit anything. The one before it barely grazed the rim, so got to imagine next time he's going to be putting the ball on the ground, trying to take it closer to the bucket and get back to that free throw line.
Well, that'll probably have to come in the second half as he has a seat now. Down low to Hensley. Straight away to Thomas. He attacks. No, he'll kick back out. Shot on the way, short. Cougars are leaving all their shots short. Here's another opportunity. Back rim this time. Hits every part of the rim and then rims out. This time rebound's taken by Davis of Windward. Gets it over to Wilson. Wilson puts the moves on. Pull up 16-footer. No good. Davis battles. Davis grabs the rebound and is going to be taken away from him by Big Bamford. Pull up jumper. Good. JoJo Zamora.
Well, they needed to hit that one. They have not been close on their last 4 or 5 shot attempts, have the Cougars, but after a great takeaway basically by Bamford on that rebound, the Cougars get a big bucket. Now it's a 4-point game. Minute and a half to play before halftime, and we'll see what Coach Villegas draws up here for the Wildcats.
Yeah, and you got to believe that he's going to get something going. You got to try to maintain this little bit of a lead that you have and not give anything up after that good bucket. You almost see that he called that timeout so quick, almost to stop any type of momentum that Zamora and these Cougars could have been getting off of that shot. So Windward on top by 4 here. Now bringing the ball up for Windward. Looking to attack. Long 3 by Toskovich. Front rim no good. A lot of shots are not falling for both these ball clubs. And Zamora unable to catch up with that one after errant pass from Frenchwood.
That was a tough pass there from Frenchwood. The junior's got to know a little better than that. He tried to make the no-look pass. And the pass was off the mark, and it's a wasted possession for the Cougars.
So this time, Jordan Wilson's going to bring the ball up. Wilson now gets it back, kicks out to the corner. Jumper on the way, no good. Quickly back, come the Cougars, and Zamora. 1-on-2, he'll pull up, takes a floater jumper, and he nails it.
2-point basket for number 2,
JoJo Zamora, a couple of buckets in the last couple of trips down the court. He's been the one pulling the trigger and keeping Newark Memorial in this game.
You can kind of tell that he had that bounce, that he thought that one was going to go as he was bringing up the court. Windward's got to get a bucket here to hold off this tough Memorial Cougars team.
Well, Toskovich hasn't pulled the trigger the last couple of times after missing a couple in a row.
Shot clock's under 10, and Wilson's unable to get the little floater. And ball is tipped around. Zamora is going to run back down and grab it. Crowd is letting him know how much time is on the clock. He goes in. Oh, tried to make a nice pass down to Thomas, who wasn't quite ready for it. 0.8 on the clock for Windward.
And it was a nice pass. It was a perfect pass. Just coming with a little bit of heat and authority, so that's why Thomas couldn't handle it. But if he did catch that, he'd be going up for an easy slam dunk.
Yeah. So Windward's just going to get this one in and kill the clock. So at the half here from the 23rd Annual Under Armour Holiday Classic presented at Torrey Pines, the Windward Wildcats 21, Newark Memorial Cougars 19. We'll be back with more second half action here on PlayOnSports.com, your destination for high school sports. Welcome back to the PlayOnSports.com's coverage of the 23rd annual Under Armour Holiday Classic at Torrey Pines. I'm Robert Fields with Brian Vilvin. The Windward Wildcats lead the Newark Memorial Cougars by the score of 21-19 here just before the second half tip-off. And Brian, we've seen kind of a back and forth action between these two ball clubs, but Windward has been able to sustain the few little mini runs that the Cougars are trying to put together.
Oh yeah, and for the Windward Wildcats, it all starts with Jordan Wilson, and he's the general out there on the court. And they were able to get out to a little bit of an early lead based on some hot shooting. Stefan Toskovic with a couple of three-pointers there in the early goings to give them a little bit of a cushion. And basically, whichever team's been able to hit their jumpers has been the team that's going on the runs. And there at the end of the half, with Newark Memorial trailing by 6, JoJo Zamora came down and in a couple of possessions hit jumpers to make this a 2-point game. So it looked like the Wildcats might be kind of running away with this one, but Newark Memorial came storming back there at the end of the first half, and now we got a 2-point game between two very experienced teams in this tournament and two teams with winning records and with their sights set on a championship here, but they got to get it done in the first game. This next 16 minutes will be the deciding factor. I'm excited to see how it plays out.
Yeah, Newark Memorial always plays so tough, and again, that's thanks to their great coaching that they have, and Coach Ashmore. So I fully expect them to battle right back. I mean, it's a 2-point ball game, but fully expect this to be a great second half battle. Cougars will have possession of the ball. Bamford has it up top, goes around his defender to the bucket. He goes, unable to connect on the finish, but Thomas with the rebound. Sadiq has it on the right side. Going to take the pull-up floater. Back rim no good. Bamford tries one-hand rebound. It's going to be taken away by Frenchwood. Back down to Bamford. And he's going to be hit pretty hard there as he goes in for the shot, and he'll earn himself 2 free throws.
Toskovic commits his second personal foul. First Wildcat team foul. 2 foul shots for the Cougars. Number 5, Damian Bamford.
Bamford's first free throw rims out. And unlike the Holiday Classic, it's almost like a library in here. I think fans are still trying to check the schedule and pile in, or either Bamford has a lot of fans and nobody wants to interrupt his free throw stroke.
Nobody wants to feel the wrath of the big fella, Damian Bamford.
As he makes the second one, they cut the lead to 1.
Well, Robert, I think Newark Memorial needs to get their bigs involved here with Bamford and Matthew Thomas if they want to get something going here on the offensive end.
And that's going to be Hensley down there, and let's see if they can't get it to him. He's trying to post up here on the ball side. They're going to reverse it around. Jordan Wilson has it, and it's going to be tipped away. Here comes the Cougars and Frenchfoot, looking to take their first lead of the ball game. Bamford has it. Nope, he'll go back to Frenchwood. Then he'll try to get to the post. Ball's going to be reversed. JoJo dribbling around. Nothing's going around his way, so he'll kick back out. High screen action. Frenchwood, 3 ball. Bottom of the net, it's good.
Number 0, Joey Frenchwood.
Great patience there by Newark Memorial on offense.
And that's the first lead for the Cougars in quite some time. They got a 2-point advantage here. 4 straight points coming out of the half.
Hensley has it down low. It's going to be fouled, and I think that Zamora was trying to get him on the ground before he went up, but he just powered right through that bear hug, so to speak, and made the layup.
Wow, that is a strong man, just a sophomore, Roy Hemsley, and he just powered through there. Very impressive stuff. Somehow to even, yeah, like you say, get the shot off, and then not only that, but to hit the bucket and one. And he hits the free throw. Look at that. 3 points the old-fashioned way.
So taking the lead back again does Windward. Frenchwood doubled and is going to find Thomas. Doesn't see Bamford. It's going to be a swing pass to Sadiq. Drives baseline, nothing there, and he's going to turn the ball over. Ball is kicked out. 3 ball on the way for Windward. No good, and Thomas with the rebound, and he just throws it away. And taking it back out for Windward to reset.
I think Thomas didn't realize how much space he actually had. He didn't need to get rid of that basketball.
Wilson with a nice little floater.
Nice response by the Wildcats to retake the lead after dropping behind for the first time in quite some time, and now they've gone on a run, 6 unanswered.
Get the ball right back here, and it's going to be kicked back out. Is Wilson. Toskovich has it, swinging around to Wilson again. Back Toskovich. Thought about the three. He'll drive, look off the defender, layup no good. Battle back around, and it's going to be collected by Windward. Zimmerman. No good. I'm sorry, Zamora. And Zamora makes that one. Hensley, instead of going up, look to pass, is going to be taken away by Thomas. Back come No Memorial. JoJo using a little bit of muscle, and it's going to be called for offensive foul, I believe.
These teams, a very low-scoring game right now. Midway through the third quarter, we're 26-25. These teams are just seem to not be slowing down when they need to. They're just playing at 100 miles an hour the entire time. And got to slow things down a little bit, try to get something going in a standard offensive set here.
Windward looking to execute on offense. Again, nursing a 1-point lead halfway through the third quarter of play. Lets the defender fly by, and jumper no good, and rebound taken by Thomas. JoJo Zamora. Now to the hands of Joey Frenchwood. Going to reset their offense is Newark Memorial. 18 on the shot clock, still trying to get something going. JoJo, he'll take it, attack the basket. Nice dump off, easy layup in good by Banford.
JoJo Zamora is making a huge difference out there, the senior leading this team. Got a lot of youngsters on the squad, but the senior leading the way for him.
And big steal there by Banford. Look at him in transition, go up. Nice layup, gets it to go.
Coach Ashmore's wondering what you have to do to get a foul call. As Banford got hammered to the ground, finished, but no foul called.
And Windward sees their lead disappear, and timeout taken now by the Wildcats.
We'll have live coverage of basketball from around the country in March as we hit the section and state championships. March Madness will reign around California and beyond as we bring you action from one end of the country to the other. Join us in March for championship basketball coverage brought to you by your destination for high school sports, playonsports.com.
That's Brian Vilvin. I'm Robert Fields, live from the Under Armour Holiday Classic at Torrey Pines High School. Play on Sports will be here the rest of the week for the winners division of the national bracket. Great high school basketball, not only this weekend, but again throughout the year. Windward has it. Looking to cut back into this lead. 3 ball on the way, no good. Ball tipped around, is going to be collected. Frenchwood, he'll take the pull-up 3, no good. Rebound taken back away by Windward and Toskovich. Here's Jordan Wilson. Ball is back up top. They'll reset their offense. That will Windward. Wilson has it, being closely guarded by JoJo Zamora. Wow. Well, that was interesting.
Had him wrapped up. Sultan Sadiq, I don't even think he was trying to get away with that one. There's not much you can do there. He just had his arms wrapped up around Stefan Toskovich.
I thought it was an intentional foul at one point. I don't know what it was, but it subbed out Toskovich and they subbed out Sadiq, so it might have worked there. But Sadiq, a complete bear hug as he was trying to post up. Windward. Again, down by 3. Looking to get something going. Driving to the cup, and a traveling violation is going to be called on Mason Shepard.
I think Shepard's been watching a little too much NBA basketball, because that one would be no doubt about it layup in the NBA. But on the high school level, if you bring that ball up to your chest and wrap it up and then take 2 more steps, you're getting called for the travel every time.
JoJo Zamora looking to attack. Bamford, ooh, nice little pass, drop off, and unable to finish that layup. Wills Thomas.
Great feed by one big to the next.
2 minutes to go in the third quarter of play. Again, a 3-point deficit. Davis evens it up.
Jordan Wilson.
I'm sorry, Wilson evens it up.
With 10 points.
That lead was quickly evaporated with that 3 ball by Wilson.
Looking to throw the lob, and ball's tipped out of bounds.
It was a good idea. Thomas getting some good looks, just unable to hang on to that basketball.
And another foul there. So Bamford's going to go to the line for 2 more.
That's his first personal foul, second Windward team foul.
Be interested to see here how the fourth quarter plays out. It's been such a frantic pace in the third quarter. Seems like both teams are getting a shot up within 10 seconds of bringing it up the court.
And Bamford uses every part of the rim and gets it to fall.
Seems like you'd want to get a good possession and try to get open buckets instead of trying to make these off balance, fall away, hurry up shots.
Bamford's second one doesn't go. So Newark still clinging to their 1-point lead. Windward with the ball, still looking to work it out to Wilson. Jordan Wilson dancing, step back 3, no good. Ball tipped around and collected by the Cougars. Cougars quickly, down low, back out Sadiq. Hasn't hit one in a while, doesn't hit that one. Big rebound by Bamford, drop off to Sadiq, he hits the layup. How about that passing?
Way to not give up on the play by Sadiq after missing the bucket. And then Bamford's got such good vision for a big guy. We've seen him make good passes to Thomas a couple of times, that time to Sadiq for a wide open layup. Real nice vision by the big fella.
Jordan Wilson will get the layup. He's going to be pushed down by his own player, so it's going to be a traveling violation.
You called that, Robert. That was his own guy. That was Breland Brent. And if it hadn't been for Brent knocking him over, it would have been a great offensive rebound and another possession for Wilson, but his own teammate tackled him and forced that travel there. Shot clock off here. Looks like the Cougars can take the last shot if they want. They got this 3-point lead.
So Cougars will try to extend the lead. A little bit of a weave offense up top to obviously kill some clock. Now under 20 seconds to go in the third quarter. Ball in the hands of Wilson. Now to the hands. Three ball on the way. He nails it. How about that by Julian Macaleno?
Wow, and that's a huge 3-ball. Looked like they weren't even going to get a shot off before the quarter expired, and instead Moncoliano drills the 3 from the corner. All of a sudden you look up and Newark Memorial's got a 6-point lead. Nice time to step into the game and get your first points right at the last play of the third quarter.
So at the end of 3, Newark Memorial leads 35-29 over the Windward Wildcats.
Today's game is brought to you by Give It. Highlight life's epic moments with Give It. And by the Lucky Duck Foundation, whose mission is to raise awareness and funds for charitable causes. Also, Torrey Pines Bank, where business gets done. Do you want to watch more of your school's great matchups like the game you're enjoying here tonight? Well, tell your school to sign up for the Play On Sports School Broadcast Program. The program allows schools to broadcast all their games and other activities on the web. For more information, go to playonsports.com/SBP.
Beginning of the fourth quarter, Windward has the ball, and they're down by 6. See if they can't cut into this lead on the very first possession. Jordan Wilson. 3 ball on the way. Toskovich, you betcha.
Number 15, Stepan Toskovich, his third.
Big time for that.
Ball down low to Thomas. Turns and faces, puts the ball on the deck, looking to work now. Look, trying to spin. Has a nice little baby hook. Rims just out. So Newark Memorial, if they're down 3 again. Quick lead pass to Hensley. He's hacked, and he's going to go to the line for 2.
Foul charge.
Nice job down low.
Johnny Parker, his first personal foul.
And he's got great touch of that free throw line, Hemsley, so he's got a chance to make this a 1-point game if he can hit both of these.
And he makes that first one.
Gotta love a sophomore with that kind of size, that kind of presence down low, and that kind of touch at the free throw line.
Almost the round mound of rebound. A little bit of a Charles Barkley-esque to his game. Nice touch at the free throw line. Second one is no good, as we are starting to praise him a little too much maybe.
But he also, he knew right away that that wasn't going in. Any good shooter would know. He knew that one was off the mark right away. He was upset with himself.
So being harassed and going in, and referee Nearest let that one go. The one up top called the offensive foul.
And Robert, looking at the trends here in this game, Windward scored 12 points in the first quarter, 9 in the second, and 8 in the third quarter. So they've gone down in scoring each quarter. And then on the other side for Newark Memorial, they started out, they scored 8 points in the first quarter, 11 in the second, and 16 in the third. So the team's trending on, you know, opposite planes right now. And the Windward Wildcats need to change that around if they want to come out on top here.
Well, that's a testament to the coaching of Newark and able to get his guys to buy in on the defensive end. And when you're playing tough defense, you're really going to start playing good offense. Shot on the way, and it falls for Wilson.
Not a whole lot of defense you can do on that when Jordan Wilson gets that kind of separation and then hits the shot with about 3 hands in his face.
Jordan Wilson is a shot maker, and he was responsible for that quarterfinal win that sent Windward over Archbishop Mitty last year in the Holiday Classic. Now he's looking to D up. Hasn't been as disruptive on defense, but that's thanks to the great point guard player Frenchwood, who has it now. Tucks in, great pass to Banford, and he unable to complete the 3-point play, but he'll go to the line for 2.
Great ball movement there by the Cougars. And again, nice pass down low. And now Bamford has a chance to try to respond to Hemsley on the other end. These guys battling back and forth.
Bamford steadies himself and front rims first free throw, no good. Sub into the game for Newark Memorial is Chandler Rockwell. Senior post player giving Thomas a quick blow with 6 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Second one is good.
Bamford also a real nice free throw shooter. These guys both have such similar games. Now we got to see who's going to match up with Bamford on the other end as both, or excuse me, with Hemsley on the other end as both Bamford and Thomas are out of the game for the Cougars.
Well, right now they have Julian Macaleno, who's 5'10", and they got to quickly realize to get out of that.
Get the ball down low.
And if they turn, they still got him. Marcolino's not going to let him post up easily. Great help defense played now. And jumper is no good.
That might have been a wasted possession there by the Wildcats. You got to go down low to Hemsley with that matchup he had. Instead, they had a fadeaway jumper with a hand in his face. Not the look you want.
Ball is reversed around. Looking to attack. Sadiq, long corner three again. That one just didn't look good coming out of his hands. It's about 2 feet short. Windward looking to push. Again, they trail by 1. Toskovich thought about the 3. Wilson straight away. Attacks the basket. Nice drop off. Davids goes up and finishes. Mason Shepard.
Real nice finish by Shepard, but what a pass by Wilson.
(37-36), 4.5 to go in this ball game. JoJo misses the layup, misses the jumper, I'm sorry, and a nice little dump off. And Rockwell gets the layup to go.
Well, Chandler Rockwell coming off the bench to give a breather to Thomas and Bamford, and made a nice defensive play a couple possessions ago, and then gets a bucket of his own. Nice contribution by the senior.
And Toskovich spinning along the baseline and drawing the foul. He'll go to the line for 2.
Number 33, Chandler.
Got a chance to retake the lead in what has become a nail-biter here. 1-point game with 4 minutes to play.
Number 15, Stepan Toskovich.
First one is no good.
Checking in, number 5, Damian Bamford.
Now Thomas and Bamford come back into the game, but that was a couple of nice minutes there by Chandler Rockwell.
Absolutely.
That could be huge come 4 minutes from now, and those guys got to have a couple-minute break, and it really didn't affect them on the court.
Second one is in good. So tie ball game, 4 minutes to go of the opening round of the National Division Under Armour Holiday Classic at Torrey Pines.
This one's playing out an awful lot like that Francis Parker St. Anthony game did earlier today that went to overtime, our first game of the day.
JoJo Zamora drives, takes the contact, and is going to go to the line.
Hemsley didn't like that call.
Committing his 3rd personal foul, number 42.
3 fouls on the big fella.
5th Wildcat team foul.
And all 3 of those fouls on Hemsley here in the second half.
At the line,
And
shots for the Cougars.
Mr. Zamora couldn't capitalize on that free throw. He misses the first. And second one is in good. Windward. Down by 1. Down low. And it's going to be a out of bounds. Looks like he just lost his footing. Did Roy Hemsley.
That's a scary situation when a guy hits the ground that hard, but the sophomore got right up and dusted himself off and right back ready for action. And
good job by referee not to feel like that had to be a call.
Yeah.
He just kind of lost his footing.
Definitely.
Newark Memorial has it. How about that spin move and then the shot is rejected. But Bamford is trying to show you that, hey, I may be a big man, but I'm light on my feet here.
Well, and a nice reaction by Mason Shepard, seeing that coming and getting the block. A couple of nice plays on that.
So Mason Shepard along the block, not going to get it this time. Going to drive, and ball's going to be tipped out of bounds. Possession goes to Newark Memorial. And a full timeout is going to be taken by Coach Villegas of Windward High School. So with 2 minutes and 49 seconds, Newark Memorial is on top, 39-38.
We'd like to thank our sponsors.
Play On Sports is on Facebook and Twitter, giving you news and information and links to great highlights. Follow us at Play On Sports on both Facebook and Twitter. You can also access thousands of live and on-demand games on YouTube at youtube.com/PlayOnNetwork. Keep up with all the high school action every week from your destination for high school sports, PlayOnSports.com.
That's Brian Vilvin. I'm Robert Fields, and you're listening to PlayOnSports.com's coverage of the 23rd Annual Holiday Classic presented by Under Armour and the Lucky Duck Foundation at Torrey Pines High School. National Division contest, our 4th of 7 games today.
Things are starting to heat up here. 2:49 to play, and it's been back and forth the entire fourth quarter. Newark Memorial came into the fourth quarter with a 6-point lead. That lead is now 1. So Windward responded after a rough stretch in the second and third quarters for the Wildcats.
Here's Newark Memorial, and it's going to be fouled as Matthew Thomas. And I think that Windward coming out of that timeout just didn't match up very well. Didn't know who was guarding who, and Thomas caught that ball along the baseline. Said, wait a minute, I'm open. I can go ahead and drive this in.
Well, that was a good job of recognizing that for the Cougars and getting the ball to the guy who had a matchup problem. That's something we saw Windward fail to do a couple possessions ago when Hemsley had a favorable matchup on his end.
Thomas doesn't make them pay from the free throw line as he misses the first one. Looking to extend the lead. Second one is up. He nails the second one. So now Windward will have it. Ball in the hands of Dawson. Charles Dawson being closely guarded by Frenchwood. Looking to see if they can get the ball in the hands of Jordan Wilson. Back to Toskovich. Wilson along the other side of the court. He's their big shot maker. See if he'll get it. He now gets it straight away with 15 on the shot clock. High screen and roll coming. He's doubled quickly. And we're going to get a foul called.
It's bonus going to the line. Chance to tie it up.
Julian Monsalado, his first personal foul, 7th Cougar team foul. Shooting the 1-and-1 for the Wildcats, number 25, Jordan Wilson.
Jordan Wilson knocks down the first.
Huge first free throw. And Robert, the timeout situation is Newark Memorial with 4 timeouts left. Windward with just 2.
Newark Memorial's saving those timeouts in case they need them down the stretch here as we're approaching the 2-minute mark in the fourth quarter. Frenchwood swings it around the horn. How about Bamford out here with the crossover dribble and nice kick out. Thought about the 3, did Macaleno, didn't take it. Here's JoJo Zamora dancing along the left side. Nice drop off, kick out. Macaleno, no.
He hit that huge 3 at the end of the third quarter, but unable to connect there.
And there's the big shot maker one more time for Windward. Jordan Wilson goes to the line to complete the 3-point play.
Wow. After hitting a couple of big free throws on the 1-and-1, then he gets a strong finish, has a chance to get 3 points here. Pretty impressive stuff by the senior point guard for the Wildcats.
Jordan Wilson not completes the 3-point play. And Newark Memorial is going to let this one go, not call a timeout. They're down by 3 now. Frenchwood has it, and he's going to be fouled up top. And that's going to put them in the bonus. So Frenchwood will go to the line for 1-and-1.
Well, if this turns into a free throw contest, we'll see who's able to come out on top. A couple of big ones coming up here for Joey Frenchwood. Hopefully a couple for their sake. You got to make that first one, though, to get the second.
Down by 3 to the free throw line for the 1-on-1 with 1:30 to go. Free throw is up, nails it. Nothing but the bottom of the net on that first attempt.
Gotta love seeing both teams putting their best foot forward right now in crunch time. 1:30 to play. Gotta hit your free throws.
Second one is good also. Windward. It's going to be Charles Dawson. Senior point guard facing the ball pressure of Frenchwood. Trying to get to their shot maker. They do. Jordan Wilson looking for a high screen from Toskovich. Toskovich is open. Wilson keeps it. Now Toskovich has it. Long three ball. Rims out. Big rebound by Hemsley. Goes up and he's going to be fouled. And Hensley's going to go to the line for 2.
That was a big rebound, not only in how big he looked making that rebound, but the timing and then going back to the line, chance to extend that lead again. Huge when you can get an offensive board on a long three-pointer like that.
And that rims around and falls for Hensley, extending the lead to 4 with 1:08 to go. Second one on its way. That one also bounces around. Newark Memorial. And now they'll take their timeout. They still have, now we'll have 3 more timeouts remaining. This one's going to be a full timeout. Resetting it for you here, Newark Memorial has battled back in the third quarter after trailing at halftime to take the lead. And now in the fourth quarter, they've given up that lead. They're down by 3. Both teams in the bonus situation. And Brian, if you're Newark Memorial, what are your thoughts coming out of this timeout with the minute left in this ball game? Do you quickly go for the 3 here, or just plenty of time and get a nice easy layup?
You got to get the ball down low. You have matchup problems underneath. You've got 2 big fellas in Bamford and Thomas, and you know that Hemsley can't guard both of them at the same time. So you got to try to go get 2 easy points, and then you got to play some defense. Right now, they've already given up 16 points here in the fourth quarter, and that's more than they've given up in any quarter by far this entire game. So not only do you have to do it on the offensive end and get a quick couple of points, but you need to get a stop on defense. Time to bear down.
Well, we'll see exactly what happens as they come out of this timeout. Newark Memorial has the ball directly in front of their bench. Taking it out will be Bamford. Kind of a point forward for them. Really plays on the perimeter and then dives down low, allowing Matthew Thomas to operate in the post, who's down there right now. Bamford's going to throw it in to Frenchwood. We're at the 1 minute mark exactly. Now out to Bamford, who's going to rotate it on around. JoJo Zamora, and he's going to get called for a bump, and he's going to earn himself a trip to the free throw line.
Well, he would hope that that was called as a continuation because he hit the jumper, but instead he'll have to go earn it the hard way at 1-1 at the free throw line.
And first one is in, good for Zamora.
53 seconds left on the game clock. The shot clock is 35 seconds, so you just got to have a good defensive possession. You don't foul just yet, whether he misses or makes this one, but you got to get a stop and get the ball back.
Second one, good. Well, 1 point game now. Newark Memorial with their full court press. And ball is going to be in the hands of Charles Dawson. Splits a double team, goes in, drops off. Easy layup in, good for Hemsley. Quickly back this way is Newark Memorial. 38 seconds on the shot clock. Memorial down by 3. JoJo Zamora back up top now. Ball swung around. 3 ball on the way. Big shot by Joey Frenchwood. Wow.
He was about 5 feet behind the line, just drilling it. Wow. We talked about he is not scared out there, Robert.
No, he pulled up from deep to knock that one down and kind of pulled up even early. Tie ball game, 47 apiece. 27 seconds to go in this National Division Showdown. And, Brian, we knew we were going to have a good game between these 2 teams. Again, both were ranked previously in the state top 20. Both continue to play tough competition. Both are going to be there in the playoffs in their respective conference, in their respective sections. And it's showing out here on the court right now.
Yeah, they're really putting their best foot forward. They waited, it seemed like at the beginning of the game, Windward was getting things going and Newark Memorial was just looking for their footing. And then It kind of swayed in the second and third quarters, Newark Memorial's way. Now here in the fourth quarter, we're getting both teams' best foot forward. Both teams are making all their free throws. They're making big shots when they need to, and they're giving us quite a finish here. Trying to move on to the quarterfinals. Now you can play for the last shot here, 27 seconds. Windward wants to take a shot where if they miss it, Newark Memorial does not have a shot to respond.
Windward with the ball. Again, tie game. And ball's going to be tipped back out into the hands of Silverman Lloyd. Now back to Jordan Wilson. If there's going to be one shot, he's going to take it. 8 seconds on the clock. Has a high screen by Hensley waiting. He's going to take it. Splits the defender. Floater off the rim, no good. And battle for it. And Dawson is not going to get the 3 ball up. So we're going to head to overtime.
Wow, so they'll play a 4-minute overtime here. But that is definitely the look you wanted. You got a runner by your leader out there, Jordan Wilson, your senior point guard, and he shot it where there was just enough time to potentially get a rebound and a putback if you make it or if you miss it. But instead, the ball was lost momentarily, and we get overtime here, Robert.
Free basketball, as they like to call it in some circles, or overtime game. And it's going to be, we knew this contest is going to be so close, and it's fitting almost that it bounces into overtime for these 2 ball clubs.
The next game up on our slate, Salesian versus Taft. That should be a good one as well.
Taft from the LA City section and Salesian from the North Coast section. Salesian state champions. I believe back-to-back state champions up there. Outstanding duo on their team. Interesting to see them in the next game.
Tons of D1 talent on that floor. As Salesian and Taft will square off next, but man, we're still in the middle of a dogfight right here between Windward and Newark Memorial.
Still 5 minutes to go in this one. 4 minutes to go, I'm sorry, of this overtime period, and it's going to be controlled by Windward.
And both teams
Newark.
Both teams had 2 timeouts left at the end of regulation, so those transfer over into overtime, and they get 1 additional. So both teams have 3 timeouts here as we start the overtime period.
JoJo Zamora dancing out there, looking for the pull-up. Nothing's there. He's going to kick out to Sadiq. He's going to drive over the top of the defense. Nice back, behind the back pass, and a 3-point play by Banford.
Sadiq. What a feed, baby. Behind the back with that left hand. And then the guy on the other end has to make the finish to make that a good play. And Bamford getting it done.
Bamford not only caught the pass and took his time going right up, took the contact at the free throw line to complete the 3-point play. He does. So Newark Memorial leads 50-47 now, 3:30 to go in the overtime period. Windward's ball in the hands of Jordan Wilson. Now coming around for the jumper is Dawson. Front rim, no good. Rebound taken by Thomas. Sadiq driving that baseline, and a nice little reverse layup.
Well, Sultan Sadiq came to play this overtime period.
Windward looking to answer back. Sadiq, tough defense there. Ball swung around the horn for Windward into the hands of Jordan Wilson where it stops. 3 ball on the way, splash. Eli Silverman Lloyd pulls Windward within 2.
Silverman Lloyd getting in the mix there and responding. That was a huge response for Windward.
Sadiq down to Thomas. He's going to hit the little baby jump hook. Back rim, no good. Rebound taken by Windward and Wilson. Wilson, hesitation, probes, floater. This time it goes.
Floater good for number 25, Jordan Wilson.
Tied up at 52.
Yeah, we're getting the best that both of these teams have to offer right now. 10 points already, not even 2 minutes into this overtime period.
almost a game you hate to see either team lose
Yep.
because they're playing so tough.
And in the first round, that means one of them's going to be moving on to the winner's bracket, the other to the loser's bracket, but they're both playing very well. Both teams have played well enough to win this game. Folks, today's game is brought to you by Give It. Highlight life's epic moments with Give It. And by the Lucky Duck Foundation, whose mission is to raise awareness and funds for charitable causes. Also, Torrey Pines Bank, where business gets done.
That's Brian Vilvin. I'm Robert Fields here on PlayOnSports.com. Coverage of the National Division of the Under Armour Holiday Classic at Torrey Pines High School. Tied at 52 in the overtime period. Back and forth they have went. And needing a few more minutes to decide this one. There's 2:13 on the clock. And looks like Windward has come out in a bit of a zone, 3-2, and Newark Memorial is looking to see how to attack it exactly. Sadiq probes the defense, looking for a dump off, nothing there. And then Simon will just take a floater and gets it to go.
How are you supposed to stop Sultan Sadiq? Mr. Overtime. He's been involved in all 7 points, 4 of them on his own and a great assist on the other 3.
Now ball down low to Hensley. Turns, jump passes instead of a 3. Ball worked back around the corner. Wilson, he'll penetrate. He'll kick out. 15-foot jumper, no good by Toskovich. Sadiq battles for the rebound and off the hands of Jordan Wilson.
Well, Sadiq making that one happen as well. Nice hustle on the defensive end. Also a great hustle by Jordan Wilson for Windward. He's flying all over the place every single time. Nearly got the offensive board that time off the Toskovich miss.
Newark up by 2 with possession of the ball. Looking to get a good shot here. Really put the pressure on Windward. JoJo Zamora has it along the wing. Bamford thought about the lob, and this time he'll take it off the dribble.
Almost walked.
And he'll get fouled, so he'll earn himself a trip to the free throw line.
These are big free throws, 2-point lead. It's going to be 2 free throws for him. And we know he's been good from the free throw line, but you got to hit these. Make this a 2-possession game with just over a minute to play.
First free throw hits the front of the rim, no good.
No legs on that one by Bamford.
I don't think he even bent him.
Might be a little bit tired out there. Yeah. These guys have already played over an entire game.
Second one hits the rim and falls in. So now a 3-point lead for Newark Memorial.
This is a big possession here. And Windward had a number of timeouts left, so Coach Villegas wanted to call that timeout and figure out exactly what they want to do with the basketball. This is a smart decision. And now kind of turn the tables a little bit as in the fourth quarter, it was Windward that had a 3-point lead, and Newark Memorial had the ball with a minute to go, trailing by 3, trying to figure out what to do. Now Windward's trailing by 3 with the ball with a minute to go, and I think you got to go down low, try to get 2 points, try to get an easy couple of points, and then play defense, get a stop.
Well, it's always interesting to me when a situation like this is, do you just redraw up one of your plays that your guys know and have executed before, or do you bring out something completely new and try to execute that? So it'll be interesting to see what Windward does out of this timeout.
Something based on what the opposition has been doing throughout the game. Yeah. I mean, you've seen them now for almost 36 minutes, 35 plus.
You know who's gonna switch and what type of screens and how they defend on the screen. So I'm always a guy that says, hey, go with what we've practiced plenty of times. We ran our offense, just make sure we execute it and do what we need to do on our part. Newark Memorial comes out in a press, and Windward is now in the front court with 21 on the shot clock, 47 on the game clock. Step back, pull up, jumper, no good. Rebound tipped around and blocked, but going to the free throw line. Great way to battle.
Toskovich banging down low. The smallest guy in there, and he comes away with the board, and he gets fouled. Almost made the and one.
Yeah. So Toskovich will go to the line for 2. Needs them both. And front rim, back rim, falls.
Hit about every part of the rim there with the shooter's touch. Wilson's three-pointer almost went in. I thought that was going.
Second one. Left that one a little short, and it's going to be rebounded by Windward. I'm sorry, by Newark. And a timeout now taken. Newark Memorial up by 2 with 34.8 seconds to go.
That was their fifth timeout. They've got one more left, Newark Memorial. 34 seconds, 31 seconds on the shot clock. I got to imagine that Windward's going to foul here because that 3-second differential, you can't take the chance that they might score, make it a 2-possession game, and you get the ball back with pretty much no time left.
Well, if they foul, it's got to be really early. We'll know right away if they're going to foul. You can't let them even advance the ball, burn any time off the clock if you're going to do that situation and foul.
And if they don't foul, I mean, I would think if you're Newark Memorial, they're not going to foul you. You take it all the way down to 1 second and shoot a 3. If it goes in, you win. If it misses, then the ball's going to be floating out. You know, the rebound's going to be a long rebound. It's probably going to take 3 seconds for someone to corral it, and the game will be over. So that's what I'd be telling him if I was Coach Ashmore, but that's why he gets paid the big bucks. Well, they've been in this pressure full court defense for a lot of the games, so they've got experience with it. A little 1-3-1.
Banford will take it out. And it's going to be inbound to JoJo Zamora, and they're not going to foul right away. They're still playing tough defense. And Frenchwood gets it to Banford in the middle of the court. And Banford is going to I thought he traveled.
I thought he did too, and both of the whistles blew. The officials looked at each other to see if someone was going to call something.
And they're going to call a foul.
His 4th personal foul.
I didn't quite see the foul. It might have been a little touch foul, but Bamford drug that pivot foot, but apparently was fouled beforehand. So Bamford goes to the line for 2, where he just nailed his previous attempts. First one is up, and I jinxed him as he hits the front rim on that one.
We're good at doing that.
Yeah.
Number 42, Roy Hensley.
So gives another timeout to Windward to draw something up after this free throw attempt from Banford.
And not only do they get the time here to draw something up, figure out what they want to do on either a miss or a make, but you also give Banford a little more time to
think about it.
Think about that right after missing the first one, and now he's got a whole minute to think about number 2.
Think about how big these free throws are for him and his ball club. Again, Newark Memorial at 5-2. Preseason ranked number 18 in the state of California. And no matter how good or bad this team is of Newark Memorial, Coach Ashmore always has them in this tournament because it always prepares them with tough competition for later on in the year, and he's getting a dose of that right now.
Yeah, they're getting a great game right now. Both of these teams, like we said, in the 4th quarter and overtime, putting their best foot forward. Big free throws coming up for Damian Banford.
Banford, second free throw on the way. It's going to be off to the right. Rebound selected by Windward. So Windward has a 2 to tie or a 3 to win. A little bit of a 1-2-2 press by Newark. Ball is thrown in the corner. They trap. Gets the ball right back to Jordan Wilson. Ball kicked out. Toskovich to Wilson. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Got to get it up. He checks the clock. Dribbles to the cup. Floater. Back rim no good. Toskovich flies in for the tipping rebound. Zamora with the floater. No good. And we're going to double overtime.
Oh, of course we are. Wow.
How about that?
What
Toskovich flying in for that rebound.
That ball, Jordan Wilson got himself in exactly the spot he wanted to be, that little floater. He's been hitting that all evening long. That time he missed it, and he just missed it in the perfect spot for Toskovich flying through. And a great finish by Toskovich, leaving virtually no time left on the clock. Coach Villegas was screaming at Jordan Wilson to get the ball moving. Go, go. There's 10 seconds left. We're down by 2. And they do have enough time to get the tip in.
And Jordan Wilson, he kind of just knew what was going on there. He took his time and checked the shot clock, checked the game clock, saw it was at 10 and said, okay, I can wait till about 7 and then I'll go. Luckily, he was bailed out by a big rebound.
Double overtime, 4 more minutes. If they didn't know each other after the first 36, they got 4 more to figure it out.
And they'll each gain another timeout, so they'll back to 2 apiece.
Both guys got up pretty good on that jump ball, considering we've been playing for the last couple hours.
Milkmore has the ball. Here's Thomas looking to operate. No, here's Sadiq calling for the screen. He's going to drive, looking to kick out. No, he'll take the floater. No good. And rebound taken away by Hensley of Windward. They'll now push. Pull up, 3 ball, rolls in for Jordan Wilson.
Wilson with 22 points.
Zamora, he'll take a 2. Doesn't go. Thomas offensive rebound, drops off to Sadiq. Ball in, and he squirts that ball up and it goes in.
Mr. Overtime. Sadiq getting it done in the overtime period. He's got as many points in overtime as he had in the entire game. 6 in overtime. He had 6 in regulation, too.
Wilson has it. Looking to operate on JoJo Zamora. Wilson looking to create space. Step back. 3 ball. Got him. Sadiq, his air ball 3-pointer is going to turn the ball back over to Windward. And Coach Villegas, hey, you can't draw anything up. You let your man start dancing like that. You just sit back and watch.
Jordan Wilson's got 25 on the game.
And none bigger than that last one to give his team a 4-point lead now. They lead 61-57.
We'll have live coverage of basketball from around the country in March as we hit the section and state championships. March Madness will reign around California and beyond as we bring you action from one end of the country to the other. Join us in March for championship basketball coverage brought to you by your destination for high school sports, playonsports.com.
Newark Memorial's quickly out of that timeout. They know what they want to do. They know what they have to do, and they're on the court ready to do it. Windward, make sure the guys get there fully rested as they have to defend, have to try to score here, on this next possession and really extend the lead and put Newark into trouble.
Well, Windward's got the ball in the right guy's hands.
Now he passed it to Maclano. Now over. Windward has the ball in Jordan Wilson's hands. He's looking to dance, gets to that 15-foot pull-up jumper. That goes. He's really starting to feel it.
Ooh. He is on fire.
Big-time players make big-time plays, and Wilson knocked that one down. Consecutive buckets for him. JoJo Zamora's holding it. Now the high-low entry, and ball's going to be tapped away. No, big shot blocked there by Toskovich.
Toskovich making plays on both ends of the floor. Saved the game in the first overtime period, now with a huge block on the defensive end.
Ball's going to be taken by Frenchwood straight away. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Long 3. That's going to draw nothing but air.
That time I think Frenchwood got a little bit excited after Jordan Wilson's couple of 3 balls, and he wanted to match the point guard from the other side.
Wilson dancing, gets to the cup. Nice drop off to Hensley. Hensley pump fake, goes up, no good. And Toskovich grabs a rebound. Big offensive rebound one more time for him.
That was huge. Now he's going to go to the line for 2. Chance to make it an 8-point game with 1.5 minutes to go.
His second personal foul. Shooting the double bonus for the Wildcats, number 15, Stepan Toskovich.
Toskovich misses the first one. Windward leading by 6.
Cougars, number 15, Sultan Siddick, replacing 10, Julian Monsalano.
These two are big. 8 points would have been great, so they try to get to 7. Make it 3 possessions, unable to do so. So quickly up the court is Siddick, looking to penetrate, nothing there. Still probing. Kick out, 3 ball on the way for Frenchwood, doesn't go. Once again, and a traveling violation this time. I was going in for that rebound on Windward with Silverman Lloyd.
Well, so far in this second overtime, Sultan Sadiq and Jordan Wilson are the only 2 guys who've scored. Wilson's got 8 in the frame, Sadiq with a couple.
Zamora, pull up, 3. Oh, just rimmed out. Ball tipped around, and possession's going to stay with Newark Memorial. Zamora had a good look at that shot.
In traffic, it almost went.
Frenchwood, his 3, doesn't go. Rebound collected by Windward. Now to Wilson, and ball tipped out of bounds. He'll retain possession. Will he and the Windward Wildcats.
Well, the Cougars have had good looks at the 3 ball. They just haven't got them to fall, and all of them have looked close. 4 straight missed 3s by Newark Memorial, but it's not because they were taking ill-advised shots. They just aren't falling.
So Windward looking to break the trap. He does. Does Dawson. Now over to the hands of Wilson. Wilson is going to be hacked there up top by Frenchwood. And double bonus, so he'll just go to the line for 2 free throws.
Wilson's already got 27 points. He's got 8 points in this second overtime period. He's got a chance to hit both of these free throws and make it double digits in this 4-minute double overtime period. Wow.
Knocks it down.
This kid is impressive.
Talk about stepping up when your team needs it the most.
Seriously.
Second one on the way. That one is smooth as butter, just the same.
29 points.
Wilson with 29 points on the night. Newark Memorial has to get something up and has to get it up quick. Frenchwood looking. Nothing coming on there. Still unable to get anything. Frenchwood gets it back. 15 on the shot clock. Fadeaway 3. Rims out no good. Big offensive rebound going up and finishing is Banford, and taking a timeout is going to be Coach Ashmore with 22.3 and his team down by 6.
Under Armour is the presenting sponsor of the 23rd Annual Holiday Classic at Torrey Pines. A proud supporter of high school athletics, Under Armour's technology is complex, but its mission is simple: to make all athletes better through passion, design, and the relentless pursuit of innovation. To find out more or place an order, visit underarmour.com today.
That's Brian Vilvin. I'm Robert Fields. Been with you for the duration of the call here, including 2 overtimes. Our second one is dwindling down, 22.3 seconds to go, and it's looking as if Windward is going to come away with this one. Have to inbound the balls, and you got to think Newark is going to foul and knock down some free throws. And this one is all but in the books.
Well, Newark definitely going to foul, so you got to get the ball in the hands of Jordan Wilson because he doesn't ever miss.
And we got a foul on JoJo Zamora. So it looks like going to the line.
They called that one on Frenchwood, but the ball, it was before the ball was inbounded.
So it's going to be Wilson at the line.
If you're going to foul before the ball's even inbounded, I don't think that's the guy you want to foul.
No.
They just want to make sure he didn't even get the ball. 30.
Wilson? Wow.
11 in this overtime alone, in the second overtime alone. 3.5 minutes, he's got 11 points.
And if I'm not mistaken, I believe he's going to Northern Colorado for basketball. Already a commit there. Have to verify. But he gets 31 on the night now. 31 of the 67. Siddiq. And little floater, no good. Rebound by Hensley. And Newark Memorial is going to be called for a jump ball. So possession is going to remain with Windward.
Eight-point game, and this one appears to be wrapped up. 12 seconds to go. Coach Ashmore is going to the bench. I think he's going to tell the guys no more fouls.
Yep. And Windward looking to get this one in and tipped out by JoJo Zamora. So 12.8 on the clock. The 8-point lead.
Cougars are still hustling out there, though. Not giving anything up easy.
And ball is tipped around and going to be thrown up the court. And Windward's going to be able to kill the clock here with 5 seconds to go. 2, 1, and that'll do it in this National Division opening round game as Windward Wildcats are victorious 67-59 over the Newark Memorial Cougars. And Brian will stay right here and we'll select our player of the game for the victorious Windward Cougars. And I think it's pretty easy on who we're going to select for this one.
Yeah, I don't think there's too much question that it's Mr. 31, the 31 points, Jordan Wilson. But it wasn't even about the 31 points that he had, 12 of those in the second overtime period. It was just about the way he controlled the game from the get-go. And in the first quarter, he was very impressive. Then in the fourth quarter and in the overtime periods when the team needed him most, he was the one with the ball in his hands, very under control. And Jordan Wilson had a fantastic game, one of the best we've seen in this event in a long time.
So Jordan Wilson, our PlayOnSports.com player of the game, as his Windward Wildcats are victorious 67-59 over the Newark Memorial Cougars in the 23rd annual Under Armour Holiday Classic at Torrey Pines High School.